Hey there, subscribers, friends, Sega Mega Drive fanatics. I'm going to do a video on the PAL Sega Mega Drive. I've put in tons of searches on YouTube and I noticed no one has ever actually done a review of the PAL Sega Mega Drive that was available in Europe, UK, Australia and New Zealand. The only videos that ever come up in the searches is always the North American Sega Genesis reviews or the Japanese Sega Mega Drive reviews. I can take a pretty good guess at why no one's done a PAL Sega Mega Drive review, but I won't mention that just yet. Okay, this is my Sega Mega Drive. This is my pride and joy. It's got Street Fighter in it because I've been playing Street Fighter 2 recently. First of all, I'm going to say that I got this really cheap a few years back. I got it for $5, $5 Australian dollars, at a shop called Cash Converters. It originally had a Cash Converter sticker here underneath that said $5 on it. I never took it off. But that's because I never actually used this when I first bought it. I was using a Model 2 Sega Mega Drive that I modded myself. So now that I'm using it, I just put a sticker of Sonic over it to make it look cooler. Okay, let's start. This is an early Sega Mega Drive Model 1. One of the very first ones that came out in 1990. So these were released here in 1990, and the early ones say high definition graphics and stereo sound. So isn't that something, eh? Even cooler than the American Genesis models. Them ones just say high definition graphics, but ours say stereo sound as well. And yeah, so these were released in 1990. Over in Europe, UK, New Zealand, and here in Australia. So okay, we got it last. We got it after the Americans got the Genesis. But that's okay. And all the hardware inside is pretty much the same as the Japanese Sega Mega Drive and a North American Sega Genesis. It's just that these were built for our TV signal that we use over here, which is PAL. We use the PAL signal. We don't use the NTSC signal. So these were built to accommodate that. So yeah, it runs at 50 Hertz. The European Sega Mega Drive runs at PAL 50 Hertz instead of NTSC 60 Hertz. So, but these do run a little bit slower. But to me personally, I don't find that a problem. I mean, I love it that it runs a little bit slower. I mean, it makes games easier to play. They're a lot harder when they run in NTSC. So yeah, it's PAL 50 Hertz, and the cartridge slot, I widen it. I made it wider myself, so we could play Japanese Sega Mega Drive games, which it does. I've got one up there called Pulseman, which was only released in Japan. And let's see if I can get it. Where is it? There it is. Look at that, an authentic Japanese Sega Mega Drive cartridge with the notch on the side. Now this fits in there. There you go, and it plays too. And this is a later Japanese Sega Mega Drive game. It was made in 1994, so it has no region locking or any of that stuff in it. So it plays fine. This I did not get off eBay either. This was also from Cash Converters. $5. It was just there, so I just picked it up. So yeah, You can play Japanese cartridges. All you got to do is widen the slot, and I've got it hooked up to my Sega Mega CD Model 2, and the headphone jack audio, of course, as we all know. I don't know if you can see in this light, but I've run it all the way to the back here. It's plugged into the mixing hole of the Mega CD, and then the Mega CD outputs go to my giant stereo hi-fi system. So yeah, I never actually plug a pair of headphones in there. I just, like most of you, I just plug it into the stereo. My headphones go in here, and then I just turn the volume up from here and watch it on my telly. So yeah, the Sega Mega Drive has pretty powerful hardware. I mean, this is going back a good 20 years, or just over 20 years, 21, 22 years. The main chip inside is a Motorola 68000 CPU processor. That pretty much controls everything inside of it. And as a backup, it's also got a Zilog Z80 chip inside, which I think controls all of the Sega Master System hardware inside. This thing is essentially a Sega Master System. I mean, hang on. It can play Sega Master System games. No joke. It's got all the same hardware in it that the Sega Master System console had. All you need is a pass-through device, and I've got it. I don't have the official Sega Master System converter released by Sega. They're very rare and scarce over here. But I do have a third-party one, and this works just the same. It's got the pause button there. So this goes in there, and then you put your Master System game on top. And then you're ready to play your Sega Master System games. The only problem with this is the pause button. And sometimes you got to press it, and the game cuts out and freezes because you're pressing back on it. So what I do is I usually put something in the gap there to close it up. So when you press on it, it doesn't go back. So that fixes it up. So yeah, anyway, it can play Sega Master System games. And of course, if you got the 32X thing, you can hook that up, and then you can play your 32-bit Sega games. So they should have called this the Sega box. I mean, honestly, not the Xbox. This is the Sega box. I mean, you can play 4 different consoles in one here. If you've got the Master Mega Converter to play your 8-bit library of Sega Master System games, you got your 32X add-on, which can play the 32-bit Sega Mega Drive games, and then you've also got it attached to the Mega CD the whole time, so you can play your Sega Mega CD add-on games on CD-ROM. And then of course you can always play Sega Mega Drive Genesis games on it. So that's cool. So you've got four different software to choose from, all from Sega. So yeah, back to the chips. There's two primary sound chips inside. One is from the Sega Master System. Like I was saying, it's got all the same hardware. They kept the same sound chip in this. It's called the PSG Programmable Sound Generator SN76489. It's got 4 channels in it. It's got all your basic blips and blops, those kind of sounds, and a noise channel. That's all in there. But that's only one of the sound chips. The other one is the main one. That's the main sound chip inside. Is the one that can produce stereo sound. It's called the Yamaha YM2612. It's an FM chip. FM chips were kind of new at the time, and they were really taking off. in a lot of video game consoles, and the Sega Mega Drive was one of the first to have it. And the FM chip makes some good music and sound effects, in my opinion. I love it. It originally, the Sega Mega Drive, the PAL SEGA Mega Drive Model 1 originally came with one of these, a 3-button standard controller. You know, it's the same, it just got the white colour for the start button. I never used this because it feels clunky to me, and you know, I much prefer the later 6-button pad that they brought out for fighting games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. This is so much more comfortable on the fingers. So that's that. And at the back here, I don't know if you can see, but you've got your AC power supply here, plugs into your power point. And I made a little mod for this where I don't have to use the actual video cable to get video out of it. I just put a bit of speaker wire inside into the pin that outputs the video. So that saves me from using this thing. This is the official cable. So, you know, you only get mono sound out of it. So just so you know, you can't produce stereo at the back. And the thing next to it, that's another mod that I did. It's just a PSG sound chip mod. It's just that's connected straight to one of the transistors on the motherboard itself. That's just so when I play my Master System games using this, I don't have to use the headphone jack for the PSG audio. I can just use that output there, which is only for PSG. You're not going to hear any FM out of it. It's just because I find the headphone jack it doesn't produce very good PSG, in my opinion. It's kind of muffled, and this is like that on the American Genesis and the Japanese Sega. They're all the same. It's just there's not much treble, and I like to hear treble. And I think the PSG chip should be really sharp and clear. So what I did, the one at the back I did, sounds a lot better. And that goes into this thing here. So I just switch it over and I get PSG alone without FM. So that's that. And this is, I even got the instruction booklet here to the Sega Mega Drive. This is what the instruction booklet looks like, the original PAL SEGA Mega Drive instruction booklet. Got all different languages, of course, because this is for Europe as well as Australia. And this is the RF cable that they always come with. This is what they came with back in the day. You had to go out and get stereo cables separately if you wanted stereo sound and better picture. But this is what they came with, the RF cable. Once again, I don't use this. You know, I want the best optimal video and sound reproduction that I can get out of it, so I don't use the old RF. I got another Sega Mega Drive here. This one's a very special one. I got this one off eBay. Let's see if I can take it out. It's exactly the same. It's a PAL SEGA Mega Drive, but it's modified at the back. Once again, I don't use this because it's too damn special to use. I just keep it for collection purposes. It's exactly the same, but you got your outputs at the back. It can output super video too. So you got your left and right audio outputs, your video output, all that normal shit there that it comes with. So yeah. Okay, I got to cut this short because I'm running out of time. I've only got a 15-minute limit. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and in the future I'll probably do one talking about the first set of Sega Mega Drive games that I got, which was these 4. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourself. Okay, I'll see you later.